Hello and welcome. This is Groovy Gift Giving. My name is Theodore. In today's video, I'm going to talk about avoiding specialized or technical gifts. Now, as I've mentioned in previous videos, it's very important that we listen to people and that we buy gifts for them that go along with their interests. But if we buy them something that is a technical or specialized area, something that they're an expert in, and we try to get them something that is itself technical or specialized, this can lead to a fail because we can miss the mark. And I'll give you some examples here because this is something that I believe I've failed at gift giving. This is what has led to me failing the most in gift giving, especially in the last few years. Now, at some point, I do want to do a full video on my personal gift giving fails over the years. I think that would be a fun video to do, and I've had quite a few. But I learned from them, and I think that you can learn from those examples too, but I'll do that at some point in the future. But I do want to talk about one or maybe two, I'm not sure, examples of when I failed at getting someone a gift, and it has been because it was something technical and I really had no business buying the gift. I have a friend who's a geologist, and a few years ago, she was telling me all about a friend of hers who was also a geologist, who had one of those hand lenses that geologists use. And she was talking about her friend who had one that was really cool. Seemingly she thought it was very cool. It had lights on it, and some were just like regular lights. But then there were other lights that it had, which were like black lights, and I guess for looking for different things that are in the rocks. And she expressed to me that it was actually a cool thing, that she thought was very interesting. And so I was listening, and I was trying to buy something that was for her and all of that. And so I went out and I found a rock lens, I guess, or a hand lens that I thought she would like. It had a lot of different lights on it, and I guess it wasn't terribly expensive, but it was a little pricey item. And so I went and I bought it, and I knew almost instantly when I saw the look on her face that it wasn't quite right. And she explained to me that of course people are nice, so she was appreciative of it and all of that. But it turns out that the type of geology that she focuses on doesn't yield itself to ever really needing the type of lights that kind of lens had. And I think she also, as a geologist, I learned later that if she ever needed to analyze rocks in that way, she would use a microscope or some sort of other technology. Some really thousands of dollars worth of equipment would be necessary for her to actually analyze the rocks in the way that she needs to. So this was not a particularly great gift for her. It was something that was I guess for field use, and wasn't something that she would really ever need. So it was a fail. And again, like I mentioned, she was nice about it, but I knew pretty much right away that I had not gotten her something that was great for her. And I learned a little bit later on how bad of a gift it was for her, even though I was pretty confident going into it that it was going to be a good gift, but it really was too technical. It was something I didn't understand. I'm not a geologist, so I don't understand what they really need in order to analyze rocks and under what conditions. But again, it was me following my own tips that I've mapped out here before, of listening and getting the gift for her, because I was listening when I heard her talk about the rock lens she thought was pretty cool. And then it was something for her, but it was something that was technical that I didn't really understand why it was not particularly something she could ever really use. Why the other person she was talking about would use it and she wouldn't, depended on the field of geology she studied. So again, it was a little bit of a fail. I think the next gift I got for this friend was a pretty big hit though. And it was, she had been on a vacation at some point in here, this was a few years ago, and she had left a pair of sunglasses in a cab as she on her way to the airport, and they were really cool. They were heart-shaped, and she really liked them, but she left them in a cab. And they were ones that I guess at the time said she couldn't find them anywhere else. So I went online and I looked around and I found, I remembered, or I think I had a picture of her wearing them at some point. So I looked and I found them online, and I got them for her next either Christmas or birthday or something. And it was a big hit. I could tell immediately that she really was happy to see, that she had the glasses again. So it was a really big hit. But it was also something that, yeah, like I can handle, looking and finding a pair of sunglasses. I don't need a lot of knowledge about a subject in order to find, that's something I don't need a whole lot of knowledge about, was about sunglasses. So it worked out really well, and it was a big hit. Now, that is probably the best example I can think of, the example of me getting this hand lens. One of the best examples I have of me missing the mark on someone, on a gift, because it was something technical or specialized. But this could go for any sort of profession that someone's in, a field of study, or I guess even a hobby, if someone is very into a hobby and they become an expert in that field. It can be anything: computers, a history buff, or if someone likes fixing up old cars or something like that. It could be anything that requires technical knowledge. If you don't also share that technical knowledge, you're going to fail at buying a gift for them. Now, I also think this goes for someone when they have very specific tastes in something. I've mentioned before that my wife loves jewelry, but she has very, I'd say, somewhat peculiar I don't mean that as an insult. I'm just saying a little way out of the ordinary from what most women like in jewelry. And it's something that I've tried and I don't particularly understand, so I avoid buying her jewelry. That's something I've bought her jewelry from a wish list before, and I did buy her a pendant one time that was probably the only time I ever got her something that was specifically jewelry that she didn't ask for or didn't give me any insights into. But that was where it was a piece of amber with a mosquito stuck in it, and it was a pendant for a necklace, and that one landed really, really well. That was based on different information that I knew about her, that she loves the movie Jurassic Park, which it all starts with a mosquito with stuck in amber. And anyway, so I got her that, and it's something that she still has, and she actually likes to wear a lot. But I let her pick out what she was going to do with the pendant, because again, that's something I didn't think I would understand that well. But yeah, it's like but I know that when it comes to just general jewelry that she likes to wear, I'm going to avoid that, or get something from a wish list or something that she specifically says, I want this, because it's something I'm going to fail at doing. I don't quite understand her taste. Now I've known quite a few golfers over the years. I tried it myself, and it's fun. I suck at it so bad that I didn't want to take the time to get good at it because I didn't like it enough. It's fun, but anyway, I guess that's not really the point here. But I've known golfers over the years, and this is kind of a funny topic because golfing, there's this old idea that golfers are the easiest people to buy gifts for. And every person, I've asked avid golfers about this at times, if that's true, and they always get this sort of like, sort of awkward smile on their face, because that is something that people say, that golfers are really easy to buy gifts for. And people say that because there are so many different gadgets you can buy for golfers. There are so many different office items that are golf themed out there, and if you ever go into a store and you see, say around Christmas or so, a table set up that's specifically for gifts, like, hey, here's a gift table. A lot of those are going to be golf themed, and so I've asked people before, like, is that true that golfers are easy to buy for? And they all say, no, actually, that's not true. It means that they receive a lot of golf crap that they don't want or need, is what it seems like. Because again, they may like some office items to be golf themed, but it could get ridiculous particularly over the years if you buy them more and more golf items. If you try to get them something specific for golf, clubs or tees or whatever, it might not be what they want or what they use. They might have a preference for another brand or another type or whatever. And it seems like if you try to do that, you're going to fail. If you try to get them too much just random stuff. I think I've mentioned before that I have an uncle who's a very avid golfer. He loves golfing, and he always says, if you want to buy me a golf themed gift, get me golf balls. I can always use more golf balls. and that's fine. So I think he has over the years gotten really tired of people getting him or trying to get him golf related things and gifts, and they've all been fails over and over and over again. And so I think it's something that, again, we need to recognize that just because someone likes golf or likes anything, whatever their hobbies happen to be, just getting them something that has a golf ball on it or whatever is not necessarily going to land. That might be more luck if it does land, because it is something that, again, they put a lot of thought and effort into becoming an avid golfer, and you're just assuming that because there's a golf ball on it or a golf tee or something that they're going to like it, and that's not likely the case. Okay, so that is it for this video. In my next video, I'm going to talk about something I've mentioned the whole time I've been doing these videos, and that is avoiding gift cards, or I guess I should say advice on when to give a gift card or a gift certificate. And I'll address that in my next video. If you like this video, please like or subscribe, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Thank you.